What everyday skill becomes suspicious if you're too good at it? In my line of work, sales, there is a method called do-re-mi or ringo where you try to mimic the customer's tone and energy to be more relatable. I have spent many years trying to read people, and am introverted as it gets. So I like to think I do this very well, with my fellow men being the easiest to Well, my employer noticed this, and refers to it as an advanced sales tactic. They pulled me into a Zoom with other employees who suck at closing sales, and had me try to teach it to them. Noticing cameras. Fabricating stories. Spatial awareness. I can look at something and tell you whether or not it will fit onto a wall, into a box or car, through a hallway or stairwell, etc. I was at a shipping store a few months ago, and a guy was in line behind me trying to figure out which size box to get for the box he was trying to fit into it. I pointed at a specific size and said, "That one, but only if you put your box in this side up. It's led in perfectly," and he gave me the weirdest look. Somehow though, I always seem to bump into the corners of tables. Walking quietly. Cleaning liquid spills. If Junior knocks over their glass or the cat gets too close and personal with the fish tank, most people just tend to throw a bathroom towel over it, or get out the wet vac, not super effective, and tends to allow time for staining. Some salt, aerosolized carpet foam, and some paper towels will clean up anything, like it was never there, and in record speed, and all for the low price of making people uncomfortable as they imagine you as a mob cleaner. 4 extra points. Using this method to clean blood out of carpets or off cheap porous tile equals people's faces are funny as fuck. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Consider my disposals at your disposal, but don't get used to it. I ain't running no charity here. Remembering someone else's schedule. There was a restaurant in a hired hotel that had a casino. The waiter from that restaurant remembered our preference when we showed up with a friend 6 months later. Remembering things about people. I've lied about not knowing things to not seem like a creep. Being unbothered by blood and guts. I am a veterinarian. I have spent days up to my elbows in all manner of bodies and parts and fluids. I can watch surgery or necropsy videos over lunch. I did an eye surgery on Tuesday and somebody had to catch the new kid. The big ones are not allowed to get faint. It is very inconvenient. Related aside, when the nice young lady at the bank says, "Oh my god, there is blood on your shirt," assuring her that it is not your own in fact offers no reassurance. Counting bills quickly. Learned when in Uzbekistan, a place where the highest denomination was 1,000, but a meal at a restaurant cost 20-30k. Walking with minimal sound. Getting kids to trust me within seconds of meeting me. Ped nurse. Strep throat tests. Used to get strep a lot as a kid, so by the time I was tested for it as a 20-year-old I had the process down. They stick in the big popsicle stick to hold down your tongue, and then they swab the back of your throat while you try not to gag. Well, I happened to be tested by a relatively new young attractive doctor this particular time, and when he complimented me on doing well on the test and not gagging, my response was, "Thanks, I've had practice." If not suspicious, it was at the very least mortifying after realizing the implication of what I said. Being able to recognize pills. No, I'm not a drug dealer. I just work in a pharmacy and some of them are very recognizable. I have a friend who could memorize numbers, ESP plates of vehicles. He'd then be able to recall it after months in totally random conversations. Edit. Never thought this would blow up like this. Many people asked how we'd know he wasn't bluffing. Here is the thing. I know this guy from college. You can imagine how all of us would have gone to lengths to verify such things. Also, it works out to be useful in many situations and he'd buy somewhat of a personal Google for a few of us. Like, "Hey, I can't seem to remember this guy's number. Do you remember? I will remember your car and every detail about it before I can remember your name." Avoiding people. Everyone assumes I'm up to something because I spend so much time alone and out of sight. When you instinctively go to private search on your phone, moving through unreasonably tight and cluttered spaces normally. My friends and I used to hang out at an extremely cluttered warehouse that belonged to a hoarder friend. It was full to the point where moving it all without getting stuck on something or causing a garbage avalanche was difficult. And there I was just gliding through hills of hoarded garbage like some kind of ghost. They told me it was creepy. Knowing a friend's schedule, especially for close friends, I've remembered their schedules just from them randomly bringing up what classes they had in conversations. Staying calm. Remembering oddly specific details about someone's past. Recognizing sounds. I've knowledge of everything happening around me through sounds. Remembering things about them they forgot. I told my friend I was getting a job at a store we know. She told me, "Oh, I think I've been there before." Then I told she has, and I repeated the conversation we had, word for word. I got some weird looks from her lol. Telling almost instantly by feel if a bill is real or counterfeit, though I think more people should definitely be able to do it. Lower denomination US counterfeit bills can look amazing, but the feel is always off. Memory, especially their personal details. People have shit memory apparently. People that are able to drastically change their personality or the way they talk and act when around different groups of people or someone else arrives. Being able to quickly convert between ounce and gram. Shuffling cards. Googling. Oddly, people find it unsettling how quickly I can learn shit that untrained people aren't supposed to know. All I did was Google search till I found the info and then gave it a try. I've forgotten my apartment key to the point that I can pick my own lock. People find that suspicious. Hiding things. Edit. Well, I meant keeping secrets just as much as I meant physically hiding things. Lying. And not like the everyday white lies like how are you? I'm okay, oh no. I mean the keys are so's kind of lying. This is literally how the series Psych starts. The main character, Sean Spencer, is too good at being observant, and because he kept sending tips to the local police, they called him in for questioning, because they thought he might be involved in all those crimes, so he has to pretend to be a psychic. Edit. Now 2 of my most upvoted comments are psych related, which is great, because it's my favorite show, but don't waste money on me guys. Lockpicking. My friend got locked out, so I grabbed the bobby pins out my hair and started picking. He thought I was a criminal. It was a master lock. Cleaning out stains. I cut my hand pretty badly once, and blood got into my white shirt. I tried to clean it myself, but the stain never got out. I told my mom, who told me to bring it with me when I came back for Christmas break, and she cleaned it. By the way, she did not even bleach it. Her ability to clean stains so well has, since then, been suspicious to me. Being happy. Everyone always thinks I'm high. I mean I'm high, but I'm happy for other reasons too. Finding a lot of information about someone online, given a small amount of information about said person to go off of. Navigating government bureaucracy.